Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is James Raiz. I am the box office artist, and we're going to have a little bit of fun this morning. I've done something like this before. We are going to draw Powerpuff Girls in a Marvel style or just a fun style. I'll show you guys how I would approach something like this. Now, I have drawn this before, a version of this before. I actually did pretty well on my channel. I thought I'd go ahead and give this another shot today. Okay, so actually there's like 4 Powerpuff Girls now, if I'm not mistaken, though I could be wrong. So we'll concentrate on the 3 main ones. But you know, if I feel like adding the 4th one, why not, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start laying out this particular piece here. A few things that we could learn from this. Number one, how I would lay out this in a cover, like a Marvel cover style. Number two, it's completely female in that sense. So how would I approach drawing that as compared to something that's male and muscular, the two types of different styles of drawings that we're doing today. I'm not wearing a Marvel shirt today, but I'm wearing a cool Spider-Man shirt. For those of you watching on Twitch and on Facebook and on YouTube, you get to see my cool Spider-Man shirt that I got here. Shout out to Todd McFarlane that I met at Calgary Comic-Con. Great meeting him. Great guy. Great guy. Great guy. Met him very briefly. But if you're on my Instagram, you'll actually see that video that he did. And kudos to Todd. You know, I pretty much just stuck a camera in his face, right? So so the way I approach things, of course, I go ahead and I start by doing simple shapes. We're going to start with the head, where I want the head to be placed. You know, leaving a room at the top for type or copy. So just say, I would say Powerpuff Girls on the top here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the shot here. I want them kind of to be like flying forward. Okay, so the last one I did, they were just kind of standing, but I want one where they're kind of flying forward. So the way I approach this is that, of course, I would start, if I were you, I would start this way. Sometimes I start this way, sometimes I don't. When you've been drawing as long as I have, for those of you who don't know, I've been a professional artist for 25 years now. I've worked for Marvel, I worked for DC, worked on movies for about almost 10 years on different films, YouTube for 11 years now. And the way I teach drawing, if you've seen my children's show, Time to Draw, I would start with the basic shapes and structures. But as you get further along, you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just, go in and just start forming shapes if you want, but that's totally up to you. That's totally up to you. Okay? But, so for your guys' sake, I will go ahead and draw the skeleton here. Now, this is where life drawing really comes into play, okay? I would always suggest to all of you guys, in terms of drawing figures, male or female, do life drawing. Do a lot of life drawing. Life drawing will help you in your figure drawing journey, for example, but understanding the shapes, understanding the way poses will go, that really helps. Okay, so you can do a thing where the leg's coming forward and then the leg behind. I don't know if we're going to see that leg or not. I'll make that decision later on. Maybe the arm is coming forward a little bit like this. We could do something like that, where it comes forward like that. Okay, now I will actually zoom in a little bit on Instagram here. Hello, everyone on Instagram. Hello, everyone who's watching on YouTube and Twitch and on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. So something like that, okay? I'm already going to go in and starting to block out the shapes, okay? After drawing the skeleton, I have an idea of what I want to do, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start adding in the torso. So I'm going to add another shape for the torso. Again, thinking in 3D, guys. So with this particular sphere, here we call it sphere, oblong. What do you call it? Sphere that's been squished a little bit. The front, in the back here, and then you would have the hips. Okay, so I'm going to add another circle for the hips. Okay. And then we go into cylinders, okay? So we got cylinders here. We got cylinders like this, one, like this. And then we got another cylinder that goes like this. Okay, and again, like I mentioned yesterday, when we were doing the Lion King piece yesterday, which was a lot of fun. You know, check it out. This is the hardest part here. This really is the hardest part here. Like the actual laying out of the characters, laying out. This is the hardest part for me personally. Okay. Once this is done, then you could go ahead and, you know, the details, for me, that's the easy part. That's where I could shut off my brain. That's when I could actually put on a podcast. But whenever I'm laying out like this, I can't really watch anything. I can't. I got to figure out exactly how, you know, where everything's going. So this is probably the most difficult for me, is laying the layout, where everything's going to go, okay? Because again, this is what separates your drawing from everybody else's, okay? And that's and as I mentioned yesterday, that's one thing that I think people who copy other people's art are missing, is this part here, because somebody else did this work for you already. When you copy somebody else's art, even though you change the style a little bit, you are actually you're not doing the hard part. This is the hard part right here. What we're doing right now is actually laying it out and try to figure out where everything goes. Because once this is done, it doesn't matter what style you have. You can have a very complicated style, you can have a very detailed style, or you can have a very simple style. But the layout, where everything goes, that stays the same. Okay. So hello everyone who's watching. We got it on YouTube. We have Shub Hankar and Knuckle Sandwich is back, and Gabriel. How you doing? What's the most difficult thing to learn about drawing? Question ask. I always say it's this. This is the part that's the most difficult for me, anyway. And part of me is not. See, I'm not even liking the arm right now. I'm not even liking the arm. I'm wondering if I should do something a little bit more dynamic. I'm wondering if I should do something more dynamic. But also my timeline, I do have a hard out today, so I do want to finish this drawing at the same time. So something like that. Yeah. So sometimes it helps to just take a step back and then think about it. AI users miss out a lot more than the sketch, for sure. And again, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to turn this into an AI conversation, because I talk about it ad nauseum. That's one of the reasons why I still do video of the drawing, you know? It's because, you know, as good as AI is going to get, and let's face it, it's going to get to the point where it doesn't look AI-ish. It's going to get to that point. It will. It's just like in, you know, 3D. Before they said they would never get to be able to do full digital doubles because of the uncanny valley, as they would say it, right? But no, technology now, they could totally do 3D characters and we wouldn't know. They totally could now. So it's about the ideas. At the end of the day, it's about the ideas, you know? And before, people had ideas, but they didn't have a way to execute, or they needed to hire somebody to execute the ideas. Now, they don't need to hire people to execute. They just say the idea, and then the computer spits it out for them, their idea. Again, unfortunate, but that's, you know, as Frank Sinatra said, that's life, that's life, that's life. There you go. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so again, guys, if you guys want to follow along, by all means, please do follow along. And then if you do follow along and do your own version of this, or if you just copy me one for one, that's fantastic. I'd love to see it. Make sure you tag me on social media when you post it. That would be fantastic. I'd love to see it. That's all I ask, that you tag me, and then let people know that you're watching my tutorial on how to do that. Okay, it would mean a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got a little my carpal tunnels going. Knuckle Sandwich says how I thought of the Kara app. Yes, I downloaded the Kara app. I am looking to get on that as well. A lot of the artists are going to Kara because of Meta's insistence on using everyone's images for AI. And we'll see. Because the thing is, guys, there has been a lot of apps that were, try to compete with the bigger ones. And, let's hope some of them do hit, but a lot of them have not. Like, how many of you thought Threads was a thing, right? Is Threads still a thing? You guys are actively on Threads right now? Which is a serious question. Serious question. Are any of you guys were using Threads? Yeah. So it's all about the ideas. At the end of the day, it's about ideas. Now, there are people with fantastic ideas out there that didn't have a way to express them. Now they do. And again, just like any other technology, it's going to get better. Oh, there's a spider. Spider wants to play. Oh, I killed it. It's hanging on by a thread. That's right, Knuckle Sandwich. Hanging on by a thread. All right. So. So I'm trying to think of the actual pose itself. I want it to be dynamic, right? Okay, maybe we'll do something like that. Okay, so I just don't know what to do with the other arm here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, again, considering that there are going to be another, I might add the fourth Powerpuff Girl in here. Why not? Because I didn't draw last time, just to make this a little bit different than the one I did before. I have done, as I mentioned before, I have done a Powerpuff Girl piece before. So, as Jeremy said, this is a rerun. Because I have done Powerpuff Girl before, but I do want to try it again. I did want to try another version of it. Okay, so as I stretch out my hand because of the carpet tunnel. Hello, Mr. Figs Art. Hello, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you watching on Instagram there. Good to see you. So it's one of those things, guys. Whatever platform you want to do, just be consistent. Don't look at the numbers. Just do your thing. Everyone's trying to algorithm chase, and everyone's trying to, get viral and all that stuff. For me right now, I'm not even looking at how many people watch this. I'm not really. It's more, I just want to stay consistent. At this point, I haven't been consistent with a lot of my stuff. And, we discussed me doing bigger drawings before, which I do eventually want to do. But the issue is I wasn't finishing the work. And that can be an issue. I do want to. Which is why I'm starting to do like a piece a day. I want to do more of a piece a day. Maybe something like that on the side here, so you guys can see. So now the good thing is, I'm actually drawing on an angle, so the page is up a little bit more. So I always recommend don't draw on a flat surface like this. Okay, draw on an angle. Now, one good thing about me drawing on camera is I could actually see how it looks flat because the camera is face down here, so I could look up on the screen and I could actually see how it looks. If you guys don't have that, your drawing could be very skewed. It can be very skewed if you're trying to draw it on a flat surface. So I would always recommend, if you're able to angle up your drawing, whether that be you get yourself a drawing board and draw. drawing board and draw, or you know, or you get yourself a nice drawing table. Maybe something like this in their hand is out this way, like that. Okay, so just kind of roughing out where the drawing goes. As you can see here, I didn't do the skeleton if I were going to put the skeleton in. Now, one thing I want to do is when you do a skeleton, you want these two to kind of cross. Okay, when the shoulders are going one way, you want the hips to go to the other. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that, guys. Something like that. And who will this be? This will be something like that. Okay, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Hugo says, you got looks good already. Great, crazy sketch skills. I appreciate that, Hugo. By the way, they also asked if I have an account there. I do have an account there. I made an account. I just didn't finish it. I get here is pencil. Logan says. Logan. Okay, so. Hey, new Jork is here. Good morning, buddy. It's been a long time, my friend. Jork, how you doing? How you doing? Are you in school now? My good buddy Jork is here. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. We're going old school here. When I say old school. Maybe I will add the fourth one. I'll just add the fourth one like back here. Okay, because again, even though there's three, and I'll probably concentrate on these more than I did the hero characters, yet the non-hero character yesterday. But I want the three to be equal, and then we'll have the fourth one back there. Hello, Curly. Good to see you. Okay, so again, guys, whenever you're doing a head, don't think of it as 2D. And when I say 2D, I always mention this. When I say 2D, it's like you're thinking like this. Okay, and I'll just show you an example. You have a circle like this, and you're thinking this way. Well, I don't want you to think that way. I want you to think around, like a sphere. I don't want you to think circle. I want you to think spheres. Don't think circles and squares. Think spheres and cubes. When you do that, your drawing gets that much better. The King of Animation threw in a super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Shiba dog raises and lowers the index finger to get noticed. There you go, my friend. Thank you, my friend. And thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that, King of Animation. Appreciate that. I just got a new follower on Kara. Thank you, Knuckle Sandwich. Dan the Man is back. Good to see you, Dan the Man. Good to see you. It's been a while. Mojo Joe would look insane. You should do a villain's companion piece to go with this. Absolutely, my friend. That's one thing I want to do, actually, with a lot of the properties that I did. Because a lot of these are ones that I've done before, and I just wanted to give it another shot. Like, for example, this Powerpuff Girls. I have done a Powerpuff Girl piece before, and I just wanted to, try another version. maybe make it a little bit different. But then I did want to. Someone gave me the idea yesterday about doing a Kung Fu Panda villains piece. I would love to do a Kung Fu Panda villains piece, so we'll probably be doing that that as well. Not today, but in the future for sure. I'm liking this. I'm liking this, guys. It's not bad. Not a bad layout. Not a bad layout. I don't mind. I don't mind it. Thank you for everyone who's joining in, whatever platform that you are watching on. Okay, and then I'll add. I did want to add the fourth one, but it's like she's back here. I forgot her name. The fourth one. Maybe we'll do something where her arm is up. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad, right? Right, guys? What you think? What you thinking, huh? What you think? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the face. Now I'm not going to do this completely because you know we are pretty much going out of style here. When I was doing the Demon Slayer a couple days ago, I wanted to keep the Demon Slayer features in there, like the anime features in there. So I drew it pretty much more in the anime style as opposed to like an American comic book style. So I'm hoping to do a little bit different here. Okay. Let's see here. New York says I was doing all right. Doing pre-education in September. That's nice, man. Congrats. Congrats. Bunny, that's the name. Thank you, Camille. Thank you. Bunny, that's it. That's it. King Innovation liked my Demon Slayer drawing. There you go. Okay, so let me just pull up a little bit more reference here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so got a little bit of reference here. So we're going to go ahead with the eyes. Okay, so whenever you're drawing faces, always do, if you're new to this especially, always do your guidelines here. And then remember the angles, okay? Sometimes you got to play with the planes of the face and understand them correctly. You know, everybody has their inspirations whenever they're drawing, and I think it's pretty obvious. Mine, when it comes to some of these, you know, with my style, like I always talk about my different, my big. I think it was big seven of artists that I love, looking at. What one guy that though I'm really enjoying now, like currently, I would say is probably my favorite artist right now is a guy named John Boy Mayer. He's probably my favorite artist right now. Of the current crop of artists, John. Well, I would say current crop of artists, but he's probably one I'm adding because I love the energy that he has in this particular art. But for those of you who don't know, my my art influences. I was always drawn to very highly detailed artists. So that's when you get guys like in the comic book world. If you're not familiar with the comic book world, of course, Jim Lee is a a lot of comic artist favorites, but also guys like David Finch, my buddy David Finch, fellow YouTuber David Finch. Um, Brian Hitch. In terms of style, Travis Charest. He's probably one of my favorites. Travis Charest. George Perez in terms of detail. George Perez. In terms of drawing females, I would say Art Germ. It's probably one of my favorites today. Art Germ. Mark Mark Duenta gave me some fun emojis there. So thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So just give my hand a break. Sometimes you see my hand a break, guys. I'm getting the carpal tunnel a little bit. I'm getting the carpal tunnel a little bit. So I'm just trying to push a little bit. See, I'm trying to push the pose a little bit. You know, it'll be interesting when I'm done this, because I'll be honest, I haven't seen the old one I did in a while. I don't know how similar this is to the old one. It could be almost the same for all I know. It could be almost the same. So there you go. Wonder Woman versus all three Powerpuff Girls. I don't know who's winning. We are. The audience is. It's Sculpt Dude's birthday today. Happy birthday to my friend Sculpt Dude. And thank you for being here. Sculpt Dude. Happy birthday, Sculpt Dude. Happy birthday. Okay, and now I'm just going to go take a look at her outfit here. So I think she would have. I think my buddy. Wait, well, I'm saying buddy. I don't have any friends. I tell you. I've seen fellow YouTuber Ross Draws do a version of Powerpuff Girls a long time ago, though. I think it was like in 2016 or so that he did it. So part of me is like, do I make it like a superhero costume, or do I just keep it regular? Part of me just wants to keep it regular just because of the, so people know what it is, right? Like I could do little things like, maybe I could do little things like just do like little accent details, nothing crazy. But it should have the feel of Powerpuff Girl costume. Like for example, just by adding those lines there, it's very Marvelish in that sense, where they have just like some slight details in the costume. So we could do something like that. Okay, so let me just pull up some reference here, my friends. And will she have gauntlets? Should she have gauntlets? Okay, and she's wearing a skirt, right? She's wearing a skirt. Am I going to draw Mojo Jojo in the background? Probably not. Now, the thing is about the Powerpuff Girls, they get like white. Looks like they have white legs, right? So do something like that. And the lead's not coming out of my pencil here. So let me just grab some lead. Oh, there's one lead left in here, guys. One lead left. Just for you, but don't worry, I got tons of lead. Just there you go. Again, I'm just using a regular studio pencil for you guys to see. What time is it now? Well, I keep my eye on time. It's 6 o'clock. I only have a couple hours here, guys. I need to be finished before 8 o'clock today. So one good thing about drawing this, it's nothing overly complicated in that sense. Okay, because one thing about I noticed about drawing female characters is that you don't want to add too much detail. Especially to the faces, okay? Because when you add too much detail to the face, it kind of makes them look older. That's what I'm noticing. The more wrinkles and all that stuff, right? All the extra stuff you add to the face, it could definitely make them feel older. So you want to be careful of stuff like that, you know? And maybe I'll give them white gloves. I'll give them like bracelets, and then maybe they could wear gloves. Maybe something like that. Because again, I don't want to go too what's it called, too out there when it comes to. Maybe I could do something where there she has some. Like, I just want to add little accents. I don't want to overtake the outfit just because I want them to do that here. Rufus, don't worry about the view count. That's okay. That's okay, my friend. Because it's not about that anymore, really, for me. It's more, I want to be consistent. You can only control what you want to control. And I suggest all of you guys that on the social media game aspect, okay? A lot of people they're so caught up in how many people are watching it and the viewers and stuff. Work on improving yourself and work on improving your product, okay? Focus on that, okay? Now, the amount of viewers can, it can help in terms of determining if your stuff is good, but you really won't know until you're consistent with how much work you're doing, okay? So focus on what you can control. Okay, for all of you guys who want to make it big in social media, start with what you can control. You can't control how many people watch your channel or watch or view your posts, okay? Unless you got like a lot of money to advertise your posts, you really don't have any, you can't do much at the beginning except try to get better. So that's what I would suggest to all of you guys. If you guys want to try to make it in the social media game, try to get better first. Before you worry about the views, before you worry about how many people see your work, try getting better at your craft first. Okay, and then you can work on optimizing. Then you could work on, Then you can work on things like thumbnails and all that stuff. Like, always find things to improve. It takes time, guys. It really, really does. You do have the outlier, the overnight successes per se, but sometimes when you look deep into these overnight successes, sometimes they're not overnight successes at all. A lot of the major people with longevity, they didn't just hit overnight. They've been working really, really hard at what they were doing for quite a while. It's just you saw them on the come up. You didn't see them, you didn't see them when they started. So 404 where you are. I am Alex Food. It is 6:06 for me, so 4:04 where you are. So you must be central U.S. or central North America. By the way, guys, just to let you know, I am taking a trip on Friday. Okay, Ragnar saw me at Niagara Falls Comic Con. There you go, my friend. By the way, if you wanted to, got my Spider-Verse print on your wall. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Don't be afraid to show me your work at cons, guys. I love seeing him. Okay, so, but I thank you. I thank you. Maybe I was particularly busy that day. He wanted to show me his work, their work. Don't be afraid to come up and show me your work, guys. A lot of people do, and I'm more than happy to take a look at your work. Because that's one thing about these cons that I really enjoyed. And by the way, I'm going into inking right now using my Micron 1 pen and going straight to the face because that is the meat of the drawing here is the face. Okay, so, but that's my favorite thing about going to conventions right now. It's not about earning money really. It's more meeting a lot of you guys there. It is my favorite thing because when people come up and then first of all, some of them are shocked to see me because it's not advertised very well, and most of them aren't like avid viewers of my channel these days, but they remember me from when they were younger, seeing a lot of my stuff from before. So, for example, it blows my mind that a guy like Ben Mellinger, who I met quite a few years ago, is now going to college taking animation. When he was like a young kid, when I met him, right? I've been some guy stopped me at a Wendy's, when I was at my daughter's school, and he told me, "You're James Raiz, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, I used to watch you when I was a kid. He was when I was growing up, and he's going to college now. Not taking art, but he said that I inspired him a lot, and that means a lot to me, man. It really does, really, really does." Man, hey, what time do you want to go? One? Okay. Well, that's why you need your. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Hold on, guys. Okay, my apologies, guys. I was just talking to my son for a little bit here. Okay, so my mic's on now. My apologies, guys. She's very bulky, very very bulky, and sometimes that has to do with the face, you know. Um, so what time is it now? Okay, so it's 6:13, guys. So I have a hard out. I would like to leave at 7:45. So we got about an hour and 45 minutes. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a timer here, and this actually helps me, and it would help you too. It would help you too. It's probably a good idea to kind of time yourself. So I know I have 4 characters here. I know I'm gonna spend the most time on her. Okay, I have roughly about an hour and a half. So I would say if I did 45 minutes for her, 30 minutes and 30 minutes, or 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and then 10 minutes for this one character in the back. There's actually one more Powerpuff Girl, apparently. So why don't we try something like that? Okay, so actually, you know what? I'll put a 30-minute timer for her and then see where we're at. I'm okay with going a little bit longer. So for those of you, I'll leave the timer up here so you guys can see. So I'm going to start that timer right now. So something like that, okay. And then a few seconds to stretch out the hand. There you go. Ragnon says, am I going to be at Fan Expo? I am. I'm definitely going to be at Fan Expo. If you're heading over there, Ragnon, I'd love to see you again. Also to jog my memory to remember which one meeting you, because you know, I always like to try to remember who I meet at these conventions, so I can put a face to the name. And by the way, guys, if you ever see me at a comic convention, and you know what, by all means, please come up and say hi. Don't feel like you have to buy something from me, because I see some guys that they come, I can tell they recognize me. They want to say hi, but they're scared and they don't want to come over, or they think I'm gonna try to sell them everything. No, 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 not at all. If you want to just come up and say hi and take a picture, by all means, please do. Absolutely. If you want to buy something, absolutely, that'd be fantastic. I appreciate it, but absolutely not necessary. If you want to just come up and take a picture, I'd be more than happy to do so. Okay, so I switched to the 08 just because I needed the longer, what's it called? I wanted a thicker stroke here. But yeah, popping on here and here to talk about conventions, making me anticipate my local one, but that's in October, so it's time away. Conventions are a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. So it all depends on your expectations of the event itself. I had a pretty good Niagara Falls Comic Con experience. I know friends that actually didn't do that well, and there was actually a big problem at Niagara Falls Comic Con. We don't know whose fault it was, but everyone is having problem with their with the internet. The internet was really bad. And when I say internet, it's more the you know, your data internet. It's not the one you buy from them. It was really bad because a lot of shop owners, they were having problems because they couldn't you know, they couldn't make sales. Or even for me, some people wanted to buy original art from me, and we had to go like outside to process the payment. So it was a tough time. Okay, so I'm just adding some, you know, the hair here, just adding, you know, little wavy lines like so. By the way, guys, so I will let you know now that I am going on a trip this coming. This coming Friday. I'm actually leaving, going on a big trip. It's quite a long flight, and I'm trying to figure out what to do on that flight. Now, I was going to do, you know, I might do a quick tutorial on that and then post it up, maybe something like this. Because at first I wanted to do like a full challenge video, but then I realized that these pieces I've been doing, they scream color. They need color. They need color. They scream in color. So part of me is like, I kind of want to also color these pieces on the plane. But I'm trying to think what I could do on the plane if I were to do a drawing. And part of me is like, at first I was thinking maybe the aerial bots from Transformers. Maybe I could do something like that. But then I was also thinking, what else could I do? Yeah, and there's some options. I could, you know, because I'm flying, maybe I could do something Superman-ish. Maybe I could do like a cyborg Superman type thing. But I don't know, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts of what I should draw on the plane. Or part of me is thinking, okay, maybe I should just focus my energy on trying to finish these particular videos here. So in terms of Saturday's stream, I won't be landing where I'm going until like I'm gonna be arriving there like. Well, actually, you know that's Saturday here. It'll be Saturday here. So I can just stream when I land. There you go. There you go. Who needs sleep? Just stream when I land. There you go. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Well, it depends on when we get to our hotel. Now, one thing, a good thing about these lines is that it helps form the shape of the character. It definitely helps form the shape of the character. So something like that. Something like that. Got 22 minutes left for this particular character here. Let's see. Ragnon says, how about a drawing of the Batwing about flying above Gotham? Alex on Instagram's asking, what am I drawing? Why don't you guess, Alex? Why don't you guess? Let's see if Alex gets it right. Now, on Instagram, it doesn't have the title of the video. So I'm interested to see if Alex can guess what I'm drawing. Okay, just going ahead and inking up this hand. Oh. Background, Igami says the background should be some of the scenery from the original Powerpuff Girls. Maybe for sure. Says I have smooth hand movements. There you go. Well, it's just tough because I got the carpal tunnel going. It's kind of hurting. Won't lie. That's a good challenge, Arachnan. It's a good challenge. Let's see. Rufus asking, "Am I friends with Jazza?" I am. I am friends with Jazza. Met Jazza is my mentor. So for those of you who don't know, Jazza is a very, very legendary art YouTuber here in this space. Jazza helped me when I was just starting out, for sure, and he gave me a shot. You know. By the way, who's this? Fikar says, "How are you today, sir?" I'm doing well, my friend. Jazza, I entered a couple of his contests, and that's how I met him, through this contest. And this is a long, long, long time ago. Way back in like 2013. I discovered Jazza through this interview because I was a big fan of Evan Burse, who I actually got to know a little bit later on. Again, legendary art YouTuber, Evan Burse. And they were doing this talk together. So him, Evan, and there were a couple other artists that were on there. I forgot the name of the other two. But that's where I first discovered Jazza and what he was doing on YouTube. And I entered a couple his contests, and then he messaged me, and then we started talking. And he was gracious. He asked me, because he wanted to go on vacation, and he asked me if I'd be willing to do a couple fill-in videos for him while he was on vacation. So I did. I did a couple of tutorial videos, which you could see right now on his channel. If you look at Box Office Artist Jazza, you'll see all the videos that we've done together. And he's been there through quite a bit of my journey, for sure. He was Jazz is my mentor. He's younger than me, but definitely my mentor. And when I quit my job way back in 2015, he was the first one to call me up, and he gave me so much advice on how to earn a living, doing what I love to do. And I'll always be forever grateful for everything Jazz has done for me as a creator. So I always wish him well, and him and his family, his growing family, and yeah. So I owe a gigantic chunk of my YouTube career to Jazza. So big ups to my buddy Jazza. There you go. Big hand to my buddy Jazza. Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray. Oxygen wants me to draw new jeans. Maybe not today. Maybe another day. Does it look like I'm drawing new jeans? Hoping that it would come through. So there you go. Sup, DFL? Good to see you, my friend. Tempest Law said it'd be cool if I drew Ultraman. Now we can put that on the list. I kind of like Ultraman. Let's see here if anyone said. Jake is asking, "What am I drawing?" I'd love for you to guess, Jake. Go for it. Yeah, something like that. She's strong. This girl is strong. Gammy says, "Do you think coloring is superior to black and white drawing? Because I've been recently getting told that much, and I got demotivated." Well, I won't lie. Like it depends what you're going for, right? To the non-artist, and this is what I noticed in a couple of avenues. Number one, as a guy at comic conventions. Number two, as a content creator. Uh, there are advantages to both. Like there are some who make their careers just off ink drawings, and even on Instagram, I see all these fabulous people that just do like pen and ink, and that's it. So it's possible to do that type of career. Definitely possible just to stick to ink. To the common folk, though, but again, also like those people who just do ink, I noticed that the ones, at least I see, that are doing well are the ones that are extremely highly detailed ink. Like I follow this girl on Instagram. I forgot her name, but she does these like cityscapes, and it's all micron. It's all ink, and they're phenomenal. But it's like hundreds and hundreds of hours of work. So it's not really the fact that it's ink. It's more the amount of effort, right? And I think that's what people want to do, right? Yeah, New York says if you want to do something trending, Superman might be the way to go. And I'm thinking the same thing for sure. Absolutely, I think you're on the right track there, Jork, for sure. Because that it's it's one of those things where for those of you who are looking at the new Superman suit, there's a lot of I wouldn't even say controversy, but it's just like everything else. Whenever there's a new suit that you see, everyone will complain about it with the right to. They have the right to complain about it, right? You know, even for me, it doesn't look. I need to see it in moving. You got to see it moving. You got to see it moving. I don't know what it looks like on camera yet. We don't know what it looks like on camera yet. The one image, promotional image that James Gunn put out of the suit looks pretty good, right? So, and it's James Gunn. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And then you got things like Peacekeeper, where the suit. I'm sure if you just saw the suit on its own without watching the movie or the show, that would look funky, right? But it looks fine in the show. It works. So I trust James Gunn what he's doing. I seen some people put side to side the Cavill suit, like all the different suits together, with the new one. And of course, for me, the Cavill suit kind of blows everyone out of the water. I love the Cavill suit, but again, I need to see it in context. So doing something Superman-ish, I think that would be a lot of fun. Drawing Superman while flying makes sense to me. Super suit. She's got old Edna from The Incredibles to design it. Absolutely. So I'm more in a wait and see type mode. I'm not. I don't want. I don't even want to comment because I haven't seen it. I want to see it in motion. Right? I want to see the suit in motion. We got 12 minutes left for. She's muscular, man. It's like Wonder Woman. These guys are all like Wonder Woman. Made her very muscular. Hello, Bryce. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Is that Blossom? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm playing with line weights here, guys. Oh, you don't see that. I'll move this up so you guys can see. I'm playing with the line weights, and that's one thing I love about the brush pen is that it's effortless to do the line weights. Because again, I don't want it to do too much detail here. She looks like Margot Robbie. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey. But because, this is pink, it's like part of me is like, okay, how much do I actually like do in the rendering itself? Okay, I committed already. Because I was wondering if I should do this part here. But I just did it, so it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. Let's see here. I committed to rendering that. Okay, look at the 8 going. If they ever do live action, they should probably get Margot Robbie, Judge Murphyville says. Oh, by the way, that was a fun comment there. Silver Dream says, your content is the best stuff to watch while doing homework. I appreciate that, my friend. Is this the red hair Powerpuff Girl? Yes. But I do like the Ultraman comment. I might do Ultraman sooner than later. But I'm always up to suggestions, guys. So whatever you want me to draw. Again, the only criteria I have these days is that I'm able to finish it in one sitting. Okay. And that's my biggest thing right now is finishing what you start. I'm all about finishing what you start right now. And I'm hoping with these smaller drawings that I'm able to achieve that a little bit more. Because at first I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do these large drawings, which probably, to be honest, it's going to get me more views. But I needed momentum. And you guys know me, I need variety. So would I ever draw the Umbrella Academy? I have done before, Lapis. If you actually looked up, box office artist, Umbrella Academy. I have done a Umbrella Academy piece already, so check that out if you get the chance. Okay, how much time I got? 7 minutes left for this particular character here. I'm just adding some little details here, guys. Again, it's one of those things where you don't necessarily have to do this, but I do. I like to. Now, because I committed with the lighting already, you got more like a top-down style lighting. Caveman Rider would be a lot of fun for sure. Thank you guys for suggesting that. Hello, Jinky's Figs. Hello, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Because that's the one thing with these drawings, because you know they're finite. I'm just spending like one day on it. I'm more than happy to try different things, right? I'm more than happy to try different things with this. So I'm going to not do the other leg for now. Okay, I'm gonna see how the rest of the drawing goes first before I draw the other leg, because I could just keep it bent, or should I keep it down? So before I do that, I am going to erase the top part here. Okay, while I get the rest of that hair going in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. In comic books, well, back in the day, I'm not sure about now, you know, part of the job of the inker is to do the erasing. And when you erase, you actually see all the different issues. You see all the stuff you forgot, and you see if you want to add more stuff to it, you know, at the same time. I made her really strong, like this arm feels a bit too strong for me, that arm there. So in terms of female characters I've drawn before professionally, I have done a few issues of Birds of Prey. I've done Wonder Woman before as well. So I had my fair shake of female-led character projects that I've worked on. Now, hopefully, I think I've improved my drawing since then. A little bit. I hope so. It's been like it's been like almost 20 years since I drew that. So there you go. Will I draw Stranger Things? That's a fun one. That would be a fun one to do for sure. So again, guys, see what you don't want to do, though. So I'm just adding like little details here and there, just to kind of spruce it up. But you, again, like I said, you don't want to do is add too much lines to the face. You really don't. Something like that. Okay. Something like that, all right? Have I done Samurai Jack? Not yet. That is one I haven't done before, so I definitely like to do a Samurai Jack piece, for sure. Work of art. Thank you, Silverstream. Thank you. Okay, let's do the next character here. And forgive me, let me just check. Okay, so this is Blossom, and then now we're going to be doing, let's do Buttercup next. And then we're going to do Bubbles. And the fourth Powerpuff Girl, who's going to go here, her name's Bliss, apparently. That's her name, Bliss. See, the timer helps. Like, you know, if I didn't have the timer, you just do whatever you can, you know. But now because I have the timer, it helps me, you know, kind of keep on track. So having a timer, guys, or timing yourself really helps you be a little bit more efficient in what you're doing. And again, you don't have to go the entire timer, but at the very least, it helps you focus on what you need to do. Okay, so I'm gonna restart this timer, and I'm gonna go. It's 6:42 right now, so I'm gonna go. Oh, not hours. I'm gonna put a time for 20 minutes. If I finish, great. If I don't, that's fine too. Okay. But one thing I do need to do is I do need to kind of sketch out the character first. So we're gonna go 20 minutes here. Okay. And while I do that, I'm gonna answer Lapis question here. What drawing equipment do I use? Right now, I'm just using a regular studio pencil. If you are in North America, it's very cheap. I got this at the dollar store. Here, I get this at the dollar store. I don't, for the sketch outs, I don't need anything fancy. Now, when I did comics, I did use a Staedtler pencil. I used a 2H lead when I was doing comics. Okay, you don't have to use those, but that's what I used. I found the 2H lead was enough where it doesn't smudge as much. I think anything darker kind of smudges a little bit. And you can even see here it kind of smudges a tiny bit more, a little bit more than I would like it to do. Okay. Okay, so I'm just working on the face here, working the eyes. Maybe something like that. Something like that. Okay, and so that's with the pencils, and like who was that? Poke Drawer M is totally correct. I use Sakura products. Okay, so I use microns, and I use these brush pens here. This is a Pigma brush pen. One of the main reasons is because I was sponsored by them for a bit, and they gave me a lot of my materials. So thank you so much to Sakura for the years of art supplies that they supplied me with. I really appreciated all of that. It meant a lot. Saved me a lot of money. Saved me a lot of money to do so. I am no longer sponsored by them, so if any other art company wants to come and sponsor me, I will definitely push those. So, anyone getting Uma Thurman vibes? Uma Thurman. Love Uma Thurman. Should I draw Flashpoint, Batman, and Superman? Haven't done that yet. Will I do a mashup of the Powerpuff Girls? Not really. Thoughts on the 2mm pencil? That sounds too thin for me. That sounds way too thin. I'm using a 0.7, by the way. I'm using a 0.7. Maybe something like that. Okay, so we got 15 minutes here. So again, some of the problems that I had, you know, I kind of worked out already here. I kind of worked it out already, so. Wondering if I should have the other fist here like this. No, her arm wouldn't be back. Maybe something like that. Something like that, guys. Something like that. So just stretching out my hand a little bit. Do a little stretch. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay. So, what do I do with my completed drawings? Lapis asks. I just put it in a pile, to be honest. Just put it in a pile. Now, I do bring in the conventions for people to see if they want, if you know, they want to buy it. You know, I do sell them as well. Okay, that should be good. I think it's like one of those things that's like good enough. It's good enough. It gets the job done. You know, but no, looking at that right now, and I know I'm going a little bit over time. Part of me wants to add a little bit more detail to this costume. I'm eating into her time here. I'm eating to Buttercup's time. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll ink up Buttercup. Ink me up, Buttercup, baby. That's an old song. Something like that. There you go. Can I draw Gogeta and Vegito in a marble style? I believe I did both of those, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you Google that in box office artists, you'll probably find those characters. So okay, so we got the chin going here. we go. Not bad. I'm liking that. It's not too bad. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and draw the hair. This is, by the way, this character is Buttercup. There you go. Just you know, because she has black hair. You know, you don't have to do too much rendering. So you gotta think about the lighting. So she probably has like a sheen of light that comes down there. I shouldn't have made that line, but so there should be a highlight on the top of the hair here. So he wants Mojo Jojo. We'll see if I have time. We'll see if I have time. I don't think I'll have time though. I do have a hard out today, guys, because I'm going somewhere today. So I do have a hard out. Like I could add Mojo Jojo, but so I'm gonna go in with this this pen and ink out the outer outline here. Now sometimes I do this with a thin pen, but just because I have the thicker pen going, I might just do this for now. There you go. I hope to see you draw new jeans since they recently collabed with Powerpuff Girls and each member got their own character. I did not know that. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Nah, I don't really do K-pop stars on my channel. Doesn't mean I won't ever do it. Like I drew BTS on my channel before, but it was just, you know, just so I could do something when I was in Japan. But yeah, well, we'll leave that up to Zach to do that kind of thing. He always collaborates with K-pop stars, so I'll let Zach handle that. So I'm just going in just because I already have the brush pen. You know, sometimes I would, you know, I would do all the little details first and then go in the brush pen. But because I'm using it already, I just want to get these going. Do I like to travel? Traveling's fun, especially if it's been a place I've never been before. The place I'm going, I've been before, but I'm super excited what I'm going to be doing over there, and I'll let you guys know when that time comes. So I will let you guys know that this Saturday stream will actually be more in the afternoon, okay? Because again, I'm traveling. So we'll do our regular Friday stream, but then on Saturday I won't be streaming in the morning. I'll be streaming in the, if all goes well, I'll be streaming in the afternoon. Okay, on Friday. Okay, and if I will tell you guys why when I get there. Okay, I'll tell you guys why when I get there. All right. If, and a big if my internet's okay over there where I'm going. Is there any place that that I would like to go that I haven't been already? Oh yeah, there's a bunch. One place is England. We mentioned this before. I almost had the opportunity to go to a Transformers convention in the UK, but COVID put a stop to that. COVID put a stop to a lot of things for me, but it is what it is. So the UK is definitely one. More just to see it. Just because I haven't seen it before. Also, Australia. Never been to Australia before. And even though I'm terrified of spiders. And when I say spiders, more like the larger spiders. Even though I'm scared, I'm more terrified of the larger spiders. Still would love to go. To Australia one of these days. You know, of course, my buddy Jazz is over there. Would love to visit him and his family. Meet the man in person. Never met Jazz in person. We had an opportunity once because we were all going to go to VidCon, but then the last minute I couldn't go. Back then I couldn't say why. Now I can. It was because I was working on that big Star Wars mural at the time. I was too far behind on the mural to be able to go to VidCon that year. It was funny though because Jazza was the only dude, and it was all girl art YouTubers. Myra Byler was there. Ray was there. Chloe Rose was there. Just got married, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Congratulations, Chloe. I got 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes. So never got to meet the man in person. And that is one thing I am looking forward to eventually, is to be able to shake that man's hand and thank him in person for everything he's done for me. Oops, you guys don't even see what I'm doing. Whenever you guys don't see what I'm doing, make sure you remind me, okay? So you guys could see on YouTube and Facebook and all that, okay, guys? Let's see. Tempest wants to go to Japan one day. Japan's a fun place. I had a wonderful time in Japan when I went. Definitely a great place to visit for sure. Let's see here. Gallant Molt says, I have a question. If you've been drawing in your own art style for so long, how do you break out of it? By drawing a different art style, my friend. That's sometimes we overcomplicate things, my friend. Again, the only time you would really have an issue with changing your art style is if you're already an established artist who's known for that style. But even then, you could change. Like, there's so many different comic artists that I know that has had a distinct style when they were working in comics, and then they completely changed what they did and how they drew and how they did art. I think of guys like Clayton Crane and Dan. I forgot how to pronounce his name. Panosian, I think that's how his name is. But compared to what they were doing in the '90s to what they are doing now, it's like night and day. It's like night and day. Oops, there you go. Didn't draw the hand. So again, that was just a guide anyway. Let me just finish off the arm here. So the question is, why are you changing your style? Is there a specific reason? Is it because you're trying to be more marketable, or you're trying to get more views, or whatever that is? And I would say, if you're not already known for that style, if you're not already followed widely because of that style, I wouldn't be afraid to just try it, Try it, change it up. Change it up. Like even me myself, I'm trying to try. Well, I won't say try different things. You see, my art's not that different, but I'm trying to learn more. Definitely. Every time I told you about the newer artists that I'm inspired by, and in terms of things like color, in terms of inking style and all that, I'm trying to figure out new ways to do things. So it's like. So you can do it. You can do it. When I draw, I think about adding as much details as possible. Mario says, and and the good thing with you, Mario, is that your structure is sound. Your anatomy is great, which is why you could get away with that. A lot of people, I would say, make sure that your structure is good first before you even attempt doing something like that. But you're different, Mario. Your stuff is really good. So you don't have to worry about that part. Okay, all right. So that's good. That's good enough for now. We're gonna move on to bubbles here. And part of me wants to add a little bit of shadow here. Kind of helps also outline the face a little bit by adding a shadow with that arm. Okay. Yeah. And I think a lot of you guys like to add detail, and I'm a huge. I understand I'm a huge influence in that for sure. Absolutely. But if I could be, and I'm just gonna be real with all of you, as much as it's great to add all this detail, okay, and it's impressive, uh, it's not good for client work. And when I say that, it's because it takes time, and in an environment where everything's fast paced and you got to move, like you cannot do the style and do storyboarding, for example. You can't. You can't. It won't work. You don't have time. You don't have time to do that, right? If you're working in comics, if you're not an established artist already, if you're working in comics and you're not an established artist already, what will help you get the next job is if you're able to finish on time. A style like this does not help you finish on time. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. So it all depends on how fast you are. So it all depends. And so again, I always say it depends what you want to do. If you guys don't want to do that kind of work, and that's great. So it all depends on what you want to do with your art, right? Because the detail's just gravy. And I always mention that like it's a nice to have. It's definitely one of the nice to haves. It's a nice to have. But it's the icing. It's not the cake. The cake is in the layout. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, The hardest part is the layout. That's the cake. Everything else is like the extras. It's the chocolate chips. It's the you know, like I mentioned, the icing, the frosting, but it's not the cake. The cake is the layout. That's the cake. Right? So make sure that you make the best cake possible, and all the extras will accent it, make it that much better. Good icing won't help a dry cake. It won't. It won't. It can help it a little bit. But if it's a dry cake, people aren't going to buy your cake at the end of the day. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I will not refuse some cake. That's right, Mario. I love icing. Bryce loves that icing for sure. I'll eat icing on its own. Absolutely. And that's what I always say. When you copy somebody else's art, all you're doing is adding icing to their art, you know? It's really their cake. It's not your cake. They made the cake. They made the cake. I didn't have cake on my birthday, by the way. I had a birthday. I had a birthday turkey. So we put candles in the turkey. But then a lot of the wax got in the turkey. So I think you could still eat it, but I just didn't want to, you know. I think you could still eat it. Okay. Oh, I didn't start the timer here. So it's 7:09 right now. And we're trying to finish off. This Powerpuff Girl piece here. Okay, so right now we are drawing Buttercup here. Oh, sorry, Bubbles. This is Bubbles, not Buttercup. Bubbles. Okay, so what is your favorite type of cake? Lapis asks. I like a good tuxedo cake. I think that's probably my favorite right now. Tuxedo cake. You guys been to the store Costco? I'm pretty sure all of us have a Costco, right? Is that in all the countries? Is Costco in all the countries? Everybody have a Costco where they live? Are there Costcos? My Indian friends, are there Costcos in India? Are there Costcos in India? Let's see. Hey, my Indian friends here. Netherlands doesn't have Costco. It's new in Australia. Well, Costco has a tuxedo cake that I absolutely love. It's my favorite cake. They did change it though over the years. Before it used to have these popping chocolate balls on it, like these little tiny chocolate balls on it. Oh, that was my favorite because they were crunchy and they were great. But they stopped making it with it. They stopped making it. So to be specific, my favorite cake is the tuxedo cake from Costco. That was my favorite cake. Now these days I can't eat it. These days, you know, I'm always dieting down. Hence the no cake on my birthday. But there you go. See, Mario has Costco in Bulgaria. Mario's got it. So how are we doing for time here? It's 7:30. I wanted to finish this in about half an hour, so we'll see. Well, my Gallon says, I keep going back to my art style. So started watching David Finch and you most detailed drawing a Metroplex from Transformers. Okay, and that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, if there's one thing I want you to take away from those drawings that I do, the most detailed and stuff, it's not that you have to add detail to your drawings, but the amount of work that it takes to do something like that. That's what I want you to take away more from it than the actual detailed drawings itself. It's the work ethic you need, because it's like if you could finish one of those drawings, then when it comes time for the easier drawings, it's like a piece of cake for you, right? Like it's like nothing. That's why I would never tell someone to start their career off by trying to do something that I did. Like I have a lot of people that try to do like murals that I did before. And I think that's fantastic. That's wonderful. Great. I do want people to lower their expectations though. I do. Because what happened to me was very rare. That hardly ever happens. Okay, so don't expect, if you do something like that, or you do a project like that, do it for you. Do it to say you accomplished something, and don't expect anything. Like me personally, I did not expect anything. And 100% honest, I did not expect anything to come from me putting those pieces together. I didn't expect anything to come from me being, you know, doing that Star Wars mural. I didn't. I really didn't. I did it because it was fun. I did it because I was a fan. I did it because I wanted content for my channel. But I didn't do it with the expectation that I deserved to receive the work I did from that project, right? It's like a piece of cake, Bryce. We could put that on a shirt. Okay? So the real win is the fact that you finished something that extensive and exclusive. Okay? So what do you do right after? Go ahead, post it on social media. He's got these tiny spiders here going on. There's a lot of this going on. Unless that was one I killed before and he just woke up. You know, post it on social media. You know, post it wherever you can. But then start working on the next one. And then just like what you did before, what did you learn? What did you learn from doing that big piece of art? What did you learn from it? And that's actually the more important takeaway. What did you learn? And how could you make it better? Because even for myself, like remembering what I did with that Star Wars mural, there are tons of things that I felt I could have done better. I thought it could have been laid out better. I probably would have laid it out a lot better. I probably would have done the up, down thing. At first, I thought the up, down thing would work, and it did to an extent, but now looking back at it, probably wasn't the best way to structure it. So, you know, there's lots of different things, right? Because I've had people who finish their big mural, right? And they would message me, and they would ask me two things. They would either ask specifically how to get Marvel and DC to notice what they did, or they ask me to actually show them what they did. And as much as I appreciate my fans and wanting to help them as much as I can, I just don't have the time for that. Nor would they actually answer me out of anybody, right? Uh, and the thing is, you don't like. You could try to do what I did, and I told you guys exactly what I did. I what's it called? I tweeted. I tweeted. Are they called tweets anymore? I tweeted Kevin Feige in the middle of the night, and I was very blessed enough that he saw it, and that started the ball rolling, and that's what happened. And that's how I got my break. Okay, so if you want to try that, go for it. By all means, go for it. I'm liking the way she's turning out. I'm liking this one. So there you go. Post a lot of work on my Instagram. There you go, Gallant. But again, at your age, and can I ask, guys, how old are you? I'm gonna ask you that. How old are you? If you don't mind sharing, everyone in the chat, let me know how old you are. How old you are. By the way, Kyle asks, do you plan to draw a WWE and AEW wrestler in your style? And are you a wrestling fan? I am a gigantic wrestling fan. Gigantic. And I'll say it, I love wrestling more than I love comics. I do. That is a fact. I do. See, Lap is 19, Bryce 18, Mario's 36. All of you way younger than me. All of you way younger than me. Even you, Mario, way younger than me. You guys got time. Mario, I was your age when I quit my job to start YouTube. I was your age. Okay? So I was not a young guy. I was not a young guy. So all of you have time, and that means because you're that age, because you're so young, you have time to improve. Because you're that age, I know you could get better at what you're doing. Okay? So don't be afraid to change your style or to try new things. And I would even suggest, even if you like your style, try new things. Try a different style because you might surprise yourself. You might surprise yourself. Will you also draw Bliss? See, Diego knows I am drawing Bliss, right? So Mario, I quit my job. Did I quit my job? Was it no? I think I was 38 when I quit my job. I was 38 when I quit my job to do YouTube. And again, guys, it took me 5 years. 5 years before on YouTube before I started getting any traction. Before I hit 100,000, it took me 5 years, 6 years to hit 1,000,000. That's what happened. I know a lot of you guys want it sooner than that, and I applaud the effort for sure. But at the end of the day, you can't control who watches your stuff. Again, unless you have like a lot of money for advertising. So what can you control? You can control the quality of your videos. You can control how you could get better. You can control the quality of your art. That's what you do, and that's what you should do. That's what you should focus on. Don't focus on the viewers. Don't focus on how many followers you have. Focus on the quality of your content. That's what I keep telling everybody. Focus on that. Now, after a few years, if it's still not working, then you know something's not working. Okay? Then you could change it up a little bit. But at the beginning, it's all about consistency. Oh no, no! Don't quit your job, Mario. I was in a position to quit my job. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Mario, I don't think I should have quit my job. I don't think I should have. I think I could have been able to do it. I would tell anyone in that position, right? Don't do what I did in that sense. Okay, if you got an income, you got a job, you need that money, you need it. Do not quit your job, Mario. Do not. Do not quit your job, even if YouTube's working, guys. Do not quit your job unless YouTube is making double what you are making in your job. I would tell you that. If you're able to handle it, and YouTube's bringing in that much money, then consider quitting your job. But until then, do not quit your job, because I'll tell you right now, YouTube won't care if you quit your job or not. They don't care. YouTube doesn't care. And to be honest, the audience doesn't care either. Like, they'll support you like, yay, hooray, but at the same time, they're not going to send you money, right? They're not. Like, they'll be in your corner. They're going to root for you to win, for sure, if you have an audience. But at the same time, you don't get brownie points because of quitting. Now, again, it definitely helps in clickability of a video. That one video I had when I talk about the Star Wars piece, where I retitle it, I quit my job to work on the Star Wars piece. That got a lot of views. That did get a lot of views. But that video alone wasn't enough just for me to quit my job. You know what I mean? Algorithm does not care. Yeah, it's no chance that I remember following you because I saw one of your videos redrawing your kids' artwork. Yes, a lot of people came. That was my first viral video. That was definitely my first viral video. Now, unfortunately, my kids are old now. I've been eating too long. My kids are old now, so it's not cute anymore. Now, I could do what Jazza does. Jazza, he before, because he wanted to do a similar video, he would take viewers' kids' artwork and then do it, because his son wasn't old enough yet. I think his son could probably do that now with his own son now. But at the time, his son was so young, so he couldn't do that with his son. But that's what he did. He ended up doing. And I absolutely love the fact that he said that. I remember one of the first videos he did of that, and then he actually blatantly said, "Oh yeah, I stole this from James." But at the same time, I was not the first one to do that as well. There's tons of people taking their kids' drawing and redrawing them. I definitely was not the first one. You guys remember there was that meme where the guy would take his kid's drawing and then turn it into like this realistic style. So he would actually texture the kid's drawing, so it would look real, but with the kid's proportion. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool. Okay, so I think we have time to do the last one. Now, I didn't draw her leg here, but I think we have time to draw Bliss here in the background here. I think we have time. Okay, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay, and just adding a few more little details to the hair. Okay, and we'll just do one more. Tempest likes it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So we're just gonna do one more. We're gonna add Bliss. And add Bliss here, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Who is the oldest powerful? Bliss Utonium. let's see, Listina. I'm an adult. Let's see here. She's about 14. Okay, so this is a Powerpuff Girls grown up, okay? Yeah, I'm reading a little track about the character Bliss here, but let's go ahead and draw Bliss. Okay, so her arm up here. A slight head tilt there. Am I going to draw Bliss and the Rowdy Rough Boys? Probably not the Rowdy Rough Boys, but I will. We're doing Bliss right now. I'm going to do Bliss right now. Okay, and then this will be the last thing we're going to draw today. Okay. Layouts are much harder than the actual detailing. You've been listening, Sickle Swirl. You've been listening. Oh, that was for the last one. And then, okay, guys, so we have 15 minutes to do Bliss here, okay? 15 minutes. Which I think we could do. That should be pretty straightforward. Okay. So we got 15 minutes to draw the last character here. I'm going to draw the last character. 15 minutes. Just give me a second here. Minutes, and then we will go on about our day. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful day planned. I do. And I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. What do you guys want me to draw tomorrow? I'm going back and forth. I'm not sure what I'd like to do tomorrow. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. What you would like me to draw tomorrow. Shrek. Mario would like me to do Shrek. Any Marvel style? We have done Shrek before, but again, I've done Powerpuff Girls before. So, Sickles World wants Swamp Thing. How about you on here? Not Isa says, I like your art turning famous characters into a Marvel style. I appreciate that. Hello, ANC Comic. Hello, good to see you. Rurouni Kenshin. Okay. Winnie the Pooh. That's a good suggestion. Have I drawn Dragon Ball? I have drawn Dragon Ball. Creepypasta. Frozen. So guys, if you were following along, I also love to see your version of this if you were trying to do that. Amazing World of Gumball. I have done that before, definitely. But again, I'm not. What's it called? I have no problem whatsoever redoing videos like that. So maybe Clash of Clans, Inside Out. I was thinking about doing Inside Out this week. I was thinking about that. So that is a possibility. Have you guys watched Inside Out? Did you like it? I have not watched it yet. My daughter has. I have not personally watched it yet. Biker Mice from Mars. I heard about that one. Yeah. Let's see here. Adrian Sheriff illustration. Your artwork is awesome. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you. Mick Santos 76, OG fan from Mandaluyong. There you go. You have my Superman Batman artwork. Awesome, my friend. Awesome. RoboCop, Tippis Law says. You know who the creepy pastas are? I believe so. I believe I know. Okay, as we finish this out here, Naruto villains. Zach wants Inside Out 2. What else you got, guys? What else you got? There's all sorts of different directions. Like I could go also retro. Like I'll be honest, I was thinking about doing maybe a He-Man one, though I don't know if I want to do that tomorrow. So again, something that I could finish in one sitting, and that's the whole point of this, right? Veggie Tales, there you go. Evangelion, right on, that'd be fun. Mech Arena. I did do, well, I didn't really do Mech Arena. I was sponsored by Mech Arena once. Mech Arena, Mech Arena, Mech Arena, Mech Arena, Mech Arena. Hey, Mech Arena. Ultimate Muscle. I'm not sure what that is, actually. Rambo versus Terminator in a Marvel style, Mara said. Do you remember that one I did? I did Conan versus Terminator once. That was another one for Jazz's art contest. I forgot what the theme was. I don't remember. Okay, and we're almost done here. This is very a simple one because she's in the back. You know, definitely not as big as everyone else. Street Fighter. I've done Street Fighter before. Snowchan says, "Have you ever considered opening a membership on YouTube?" Well, I have. I definitely have for sure. Probably not now. Not now. Let me get quite a few of these live streams under my belt first, and then we'll see if the interest is there for exclusive content and stuff. Because right now I want to make sure my all my stuff is accessible to everybody right now, that they could see my stuff, because it's been a long time since I've been consistent on the YouTubes. And that's another reason I'm trying to do these live streams now, because it's something I could keep more consistent with my schedule. So we'll see. If the time comes, if the demand is there, I would definitely consider doing channel memberships. And I thank you for asking and wanting to support me in that type of manner. I appreciate that, my friend. So, okay, take care, J2003. Good to see you again, my friend. As we finish off, we're almost done anyway, guys. We're almost done here. Time is at 38. I wanted to be, my heart out was 45. So it looks like we are well on our way to actually finishing this. Finishing this on time here. Something like that. Okay. I think the only thing I really need to do is finish off. Is this Buttercup? What is this? Blossom? Blossom's leg? Blossom, right? Yeah, Blossom's leg here. I just need to finish that off. And then I think we're good. We are good to go. Okay, so we're going to go back up here and we're going to finish off Blossom's leg. Here, and then we are almost there, my friends, almost. Okay, and then okay, let me just erase Bliss and make sure I like what's going on. Sometimes, when you erase, you'll see issues and you'll see problems that were covered by the pencil marks. And again, could I go another 5 hours on this piece? I absolutely could. And Bliss should look older because she's the older sister. I'm not liking that foot. I'm not liking this leg, guys. I'm not liking it. Family Guy or American Dad? I would like to take another crack at Family Guy because I did do Family Guy before. I wasn't very happy with the outcome of it. Now, that video did very well. The video did very well, so I'm not going to complain about it. But I was looking at it and I'm like, I could do so much better than this. I felt I kind of mailed that one in a little bit. So I wouldn't mind doing that one again. I'm not liking the leg going down, guys. I'll be honest. I'm not liking it going down. I might just leave it as is. Or make it look like her knee's bended. Like bended knee. I'm down on bended knee. Yeah, I'll just keep it like that. It's like good enough. All right. Okay. And there you go, guys. This is it. This is Powerpuff Girls. And I'm going to actually go ahead and darken this out because no question what's behind that one. Now, one thing I do notice is that sometimes with my work, if I rush things, I have like these little white dots. White dots. You see the white dots like this? Just try to fill those in. It kind of feels unprofessional sometimes when you have like little white dots that are just kind of there and showing. So I like to do a once over. Because the cleaner you can do the art, the better. That you're not. Now, at the same time, I could fix it on that. But Bryce likes my singing. Thank you, Bryce. Something like that. Just adding just a little bit more here and there and everywhere. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. That is it. That is our Powerpuff Girls. You know, I used to call it powder puff girls before. But this was a lot of fun. Now, again, guys, if you are following along, I'd love to see it. By all means, please do tag me. If if you finished and you want to post it on social media, by all means, please do. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Or if you are working while you were watching me this morning, I'd love to see what you were working on as well. Please make sure you tag me on social media as well, whatever platform that you're watching this on. And whatever platform you're watching this on, if you could kindly follow me, whatever your platform you're watching it on, and whether it be Facebook, Instagram, X on Twitch, wherever you are watching this right now, it would mean the world to me if you could actually go ahead and follow me on those channels, and especially on YouTube. It would mean a lot to me if you follow me on YouTube. Give this a like, wherever you're watching this right now. Please do give this a like, and then also give me your suggestions, whatever you want to see me draw for the next time. That would be great. Okay, so there you go. This is it. I'll do one more scan down. Rocketman said, are you going to be doing any conventions near Atlanta? I'd absolutely love to, and we'll see how it goes. And I want to say a hi to my buddy Dally. Dally, my buddy. My buddy, one of the most talented artists I've known in my life. Dally, one of my co-teachers at Centennial College. Good to see you, my brother. I see you, man. I see you. And then there it is. That is my Powderpuff Girls. Powderpuff Girls. In a Marvel style. A lot of fun to do. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your suggestions. What do you want me to draw tomorrow? We will do that tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Wherever you're doing today, whatever you're drawing, I'd love to see it. Let's share with me, and make sure you follow. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. I ended Instagram and I ended here. Okay, take care, everyone.